Hi Year 11, bit of a supplementary video here on factorising non-monic quadratics. Now, for those of you that have come from a middle Year 10 maths class, the monic quadratics, which are the simpler ones, are still quite a lot of work to do in a short amount of time. Non-monics, difficult. Not going to get away from that. These are going to be really difficult if you haven't seen them before, and we don't have a lot of time to give over to them. So there's a special video here. You might want to come back to this a few times and certainly ask the questions in class. Arrange to come and see me sometime, particularly on a Wednesday, if that suits you. Now, you can read here these notes. I use this PSF method. Okay, read through that, see how much that helps. It's probably going to be better as an aid memoir once you've learned how to do it than learning how to do it from reading there. I'm going to show you how you do it straight up, right? We've got an example here. We've got two examples. Now this first one here, it's non-monic because of this 2. It's not x squared, it's 2x squared. Right, so we're going to look at product, right, which is the 2 by the 12, okay, is 24. That's the product. The sum is 11. Now this tells me, this is a positive number, means at least one of my factors is positive. This is a positive number, which means that they're both positive. Okay, this tells me it's at least one positive. This tells me they're both positive. Right, so I'm looking for numbers that multiply to give me, 12 this time, multiply to give me 24, but add to give 11. Right, what numbers would those be? We can break the 24 down into factors. Right, but 3 and 8 are the ones we're after. Not, say, 2 and 12, or 6 and 4. 3 and 8 multiplied to 24, add to 11. Right, so that means there's the P and the S taking care of my factors, 8 and 3. What we do here is I take this expression, right, this term here stays the same. That's still 2x squared. This term here, I'm going to split it into two parts. Right, one of them is an 8x and the other is 3x. Okay, the 8 and the 3 come from these two factors that we determined. Right, 8x plus 3x equals 11x. We're not substantially changing anything there. And the 12 remains there as the 12, plus 12. Okay, now I think on this we have 4 terms. What are we going to do when we've got 4 terms? No common factors throughout all of them. We could look at grouping by pairs, and that's what we're going to do here. Now these first 2 terms, I can take 2x from those, and that will leave me with x plus 4. Now, if this is to work, I've got to end up with an x plus 4 when I factorise the second 2 terms. So hopefully that's what happens. And that's good, because if I take a 3 out of that, I get x plus 4. Right, and then I've got this common x plus 4, so I could say it's x plus 4 outside of 2x plus 3. Right. It may look fairly simple like that, but yeah, there's a few things to go through here. There's a fair bit of stuff to think about, right? Not automatic processes. You've got to stop and think about these a little bit. Okay, but if you expand that, you'll get back to here. Let's have another go here. Right, my product is negative 60. Right, my sum is negative 11. Okay, the product is this number times this number, or this one by this one. Right, the coefficient of the squared term multiplied by the constant term. The sum is always the coefficient of the x term, or the single index term, the one in the middle. Now, there's a negative here. The sum is negative. That tells me at least one of the factors is negative. The product is negative. That tells me that I've got one of each. So I have a positive and a negative factor that have a difference of 11. In fact, if I combine them, I'll get negative 11. So the larger one, or the one with the greater magnitude, is the negative one. Right, 60, I could break that into 4 15, so a negative 15 and a positive 4. Right, negative 15 times 4 would be negative 60. Negative 15 plus 4 equals negative 11. So I've got negative 15 and 4 are my factors. Come back over here. We break this up. 6s squared is still 6s squared. my negative 11s is minus 15s plus 4s. Okay, together they still make negative 11s minus 10. Right, what we've done is we've split the negative 11s into two different terms here. Now we group by pairs. Right, and hopefully we get the same thing. So I'm going to take 2 out of this. Yep, wonderful. And that means that I get whoops, that's not what happens. 3s plus 2. Righto, we can expand that, we get back to there. So, there are some of these to practice, right? And if you would like some more, if you're already up to speed with these, that's great, because we're going to keep moving on pretty quickly. Right, you can see that this is a challenging course. But if you want some more practice, come and see me, and I can put together stacks of them for you. The good thing about these is you can always check your answer by expanding. You get back to the start. Right? There's an easy way to check your work. It's a fair bit harder to find the answer, but it's easy to check that it's correct. Pause that, check through that, try doing them yourself. In fact, if you want to practice, you can always make some up. You start at the end, expand that out, and work your way back. Righto? But you'll find some there in that exercise that I'd like you to do tonight. No. Watch these, and we will work through this exercise in class tomorrow, Friday. Right. Good luck, 11s. I look forward to seeing you then.